Today I will briefly explain the different types of COVID-19 tests currently available in India, its accuracy and cost. As you all know, there are three main categories of tests currently available in the fight against COVID-19. One is the nucleic acid amplification test, second is the antigen test, and third is the antibody test. In the nucleic acid amplification test, we have the real-time PCR and two types of point-of-care PCRs. One is the TrueNAT and the second is the GeneXpert. Currently, the three types of nucleic acid amplification test and the antigen test are recommended for the diagnosis of COVID-19, and antibody test is recommended for surveillance purpose. So the next question is, which clinical specimens are used for each of these tests? So for all the diagnostic tests, the real-time PCR, TrueNAT, GeneXpert, and the antigen test, the recommended specimen is a good quality nasopharyngeal swab. For pediatric patients also, nasopharyngeal swab is the recommended specimen. The quality of specimen is very important because the most common cause of a false negative swab test is a poor quality of specimen. The recommendation is once the swab reaches inside the nasopharynx, you should rotate it 180 degree and leave it in place for 5 to 10 seconds to saturate the swab tip with secretions. Coming to the real-time RT-PCR, this is the gold standard test for the diagnosis of COVID-19. The main advantage is the accuracy of the test as well as the ability to run multiple samples. Up to 90 samples can be tested in a single run. The main disadvantage is it needs a laboratory setup with specific biosafety requirements, and turnaround time is also high. It takes at least 6 to 7 hours to perform this test. So now we come to the point of care PCR machines currently available in India for the diagnosis of COVID-19. We have two machines, one is the GeneXpert and the other is the TrueNAT. We all know GeneXpert, which was being used for the diagnosis of tuberculosis, which is originally produced by an American company. TrueNAT is also a point-of-care PCR system developed by an Indian company for the diagnosis of tuberculosis. Now it is being used for the diagnosis of COVID-19. The main advantage of these point-of-care PCR platforms are the quick turnaround time. We can get the confirmed result in GeneXpert within 45 minutes and in TrueNAT in around 1.5 hours. Both of these are closed systems and require minimum sample handling. The main disadvantage is only 1 to 4 samples can be tested simultaneously. Coming to the GeneXpert point of care PCR, this is a fully automated cartridge-based PCR system. The cartridge is called Express SARS-CoV-2 cartridge, and this detects two genes of the COVID virus, the E gene and the N2 gene, and this is a confirmatory test. The cost of the GeneXpert system is approximately 15 lakhs, and a single cartridge for COVID cost is approximately 2,800 rupees. And the specimen is a nasopharyngeal swab, and it should be taken in a 3 ml viral transport medium, and a positive result is considered as a true positive. The main advantage of the system is the turnaround time of 45 minutes. That is, we get the result in 45 minutes. For starting a GeneXpert system, apart from the ICMR and NABL accreditation for the lab, we should also get approval from the state government. Next is a TrueNAT, which is a chip-based point-of-care RT-PCR test, which can be used for both screening and confirmation of COVID-19. But unlike the GeneXpert, this is not a fully automated system. There is one machine for the RNA extraction and another machine for the PCR. And another difference is the sample is collected in a viral lysis buffer, unlike the normal VTM, which is used for the normal RT-PCR and GeneXpert. The RNA extraction takes approximately 20 minutes, and this sample is then run on the first chip. The first chip or the step 1 of TrueNAT detects the E gene of the beta coronavirus. The cost of the TrueNAT machine is approximately 10 lakhs rupees and each chip costs 1500 rupees. So after the RNA extraction, the sample is placed on the first chip which look for the E gene of the virus. So if the first step is negative, the sample can be taken as a true negative. This step takes approximately 40 minutes. So for declaring a sample as true negative, the cost will be 1500 rupees and the total time will be 1 hour. That is 20 minutes for RNA extraction and 40 minutes for doing the first step of PCR. Step 2 or the second chip is used only if the sample tests positive on the first step. The second chip detects the RDRP gene of the virus and is confirmatory. So no further RT-PCR is needed if the second step is positive. This step also takes another 40 minutes and the cost of the second chip is also 1500 rupees. So for declaring a sample as true positive, we need to do both the steps and will take at least 2 hours and the total cost will be 3000 rupees. Government of Kerala has fixed the rate for all the PCR tests and now the cost for the real-time RT-PCR is 2750 and for the Gene Expert it is 3000 and for the TrueNAT if only used for a screening using one chip the cost will be 1500 and for a confirmatory test with 2 steps the cost will be 3000. We know that the nucleic acid amplification test or the molecular test work by detecting the viral RNA and are usually very accurate. But what happens is false negative results. It is mainly because of the poor quality of specimen. Next important cause of a false negative result will be a inappropriate transport and storage of the specimen. All the specimens for this RT-PCR should be sent to the lab in a cold chain. As you all know, we now have the rapid antigen detection test kit for the diagnosis of COVID-19. The specimen is a nasopharyngeal swab. The ICMR approved kit currently available is the standard Q COVID antigen kit and the cost of the kit is 450 rupees. This is a promising tool for the quick diagnosis of COVID in field settings and seems to be a game changer in our efforts to contain the spread of COVID-19. The main advantage is it does not require a specialized machine or lab for the diagnosis and can be interpreted with a naked eye, and we can get the results in 30 minutes. And for the requirements are we should register with the ICMR and state government and to get the login credentials for data entry, and the results should be uploaded real time. There should also be an approved swab collection facility. The rapid antigen detection kit has a very high specificity, almost equal to the RT-PCR. So a positive test should be taken as true positive and does not need a reconfirmation by RT-PCR. The sensitivity of this rapid antigen test is from 50% to 80%. So if a sample is negative in a symptomatic suspect, an RT-PCR should be performed on a fresh sample from the patient. The sensitivity is said to be high if the viral load of the patient is high. So for doing this rapid antigen test, we need a good quality nasopharyngeal swab. After sample collection, this swab should be immersed and squeezed in a viral extraction buffer. This will be provided along with the antigen kit. Then stir the swab more than 5 times in the viral extraction buffer. While stirring the swab, squeeze the buffer tube to extract the specimen completely. Then remove the swab from the viral extraction buffer tube and press the nozzle cap tightly into the tube. Then apply 3 drops of this extracted specimen to the specimen well of the antigen card. We can rate the result in 15 to 30 minutes. Next is about the rapid antibody test for COVID-19. We know that IgM antibody may become positive after 7 to 10 days of infection. IgG usually after 14 days, and the test may remain positive for several weeks. The positive antibody test usually indicates only an exposure to COVID-19, and a negative test does not rule out a COVID-19 infection. So the recommendation is the antibody test should not be used for the diagnosis of COVID-19 infection, and this should only be used for surveillance purposes. Many antibody kits are now available in the market, and we actually don't know the sensitivity or specificity of these kits.